the fourth period. Battle between Sarangani and Binyan. So Binyan got off to a really strong start in the first quarter. Dumikit yung Sarangani at a half, pero biglang bumulusok tong Binyan here in the third period.
Yeah. They've been very intentional of their actions inside the paint. The quick exchange or the quick rotation rather of their bigs in Mike Mabulak, Warren Bonifacio, and even Jmar Gimpayan, and keeping inside itong si Pamboy Raimundo at the point alongside Kenny Rapapurva has been a problem in the third. That's over defending that spot. Not even enough room for Pamboy Raimundo.
Si Ramde Guzman getting some minutes here.
And speaking of minutes, may nagpapabati pala ng belated Valentines. Itong may-ari ng Monty Kicks, shoe seller sa Muntinlupa, always watching our games. Boss Mike Montellano, and wants to say happy Valentines to her beautiful wife in Christine. Nanonood sila ngayon. At gusto raw niya i-surprise na nabati siya. Valentines.
Counted yan, ha? Conversion ni Poy Poy Yaktub.
Straight right through down the middle. Poy Poy played, I think, very few games. He played only 4 games last season. Averaged 8 minutes in those games. 4.5 points per game. And shot 53% from the field. And after that, we've never seen him. And the rest of the got busy with other stuff. And so it's good for guys like Poy Poy to be back here in the MPBL.
Lumalim na rin kasi yung lineup nitong Binyan.
Correct.
Lakap. Another 3-pointer.
Very consistent. Itong si Brian Lakap.
Third triple from Brian Lakap.
Minsan you don't know kung they are really trying to shore up yung mga weakness nila in the early season just so they understand ano yung magiging adjustment. Oh!
Pinakitaan tayo na tira sa labas ni Poy Poy Yaktub. Lakap, gustong sagutin yan. He does. Back-to-back threes from Brian Lakap.
Parang deja vu to nung last game natin na puro tres na nagsimula nung fourth quarter, di ba?
JJ Pido. Bounce pass, Mark Pingris. Outside, Lastimosa. Poy Poy. Give
Nice.
it go with Jmar Gimpayan. Lays it up and in.
Wow! 3 out of 3 on his last year attempts and 1 from 3.
Ramde Guzman. Gustong sumali. He hits a free.
Lumalaki ba yung ring dito sa fourth quarter sa Paco Arena pagka fourth? Grabe yung shooting, ha?
Bago din yung net, eh.
Oo.
Sa nakakagana yan, eh.
Totoo.
Ha?
Yung makikita mo visually, yung bagsak ng bola.
Waray Gimpayan scores underneath. 82-65. Brian Lakap in traffic. Kicks it out. Marjun Wahing for 3.
Oh, he had one more pass over there for Chadi. Chadi, I'd like to think has good range from there.
Waray almost lost it. Ball will stay on their side with 17 seconds left on their shot clock.
Mick's gonna come back. Might be a good time to put him in. Mainit yung 3-point shooting, eh. So hopefully maging part yan si Migs. But this is a huge deficit that they gotta come back from.
Kala nila papalitan na siya, eh. He stays on the floor. Ramde Guzman guarding JJ Pido. Poy Poy galing sa tres. Yes!
Boy, may isang game nung 2 seasons ago na pinauna lang tayo ng dunk nito ni Poy Poy. Ngayon nagpapaulan ng tres, ha?
Yeah, 11 points all in this payoff period.
I don't think he's missed in this quarter yet.
Bola na agaw. Dignadice kakapasok lang using his left hand for the finish.
The son of Ives,
Nephew.
Nephew ni Ives. This is where you really would love to go post. Remember I said about the post being one of the toughest part to score. But if you have a guy like Mark Pingris, it doesn't matter. He's just too strong and can bully his way inside.
Dignadice, wala. 87-67. Fans wanting more of Poy Poy Akto.
Yeah, and why not? You know, ito yung sinasabi natin kanina. Post up, couple of dribbles, he's already inside. There is no way you're gonna stop him, especially if he's got you on his hips. Just that drop step the other end, which he took to go glass and finish it off. Mark Pingris, still a full strong guy in the block.
It didn't even matter that Rangel was taller by 3 inches.
Oo. So, ang mangyayari dyan kay Mark, you know, you're gonna have to manage his minutes. No? Especially if they get into the postseason. And guys like Mike Mabula and Warren should be playing, you know, some of the minutes that he played for the most part in the playoffs last season.
Waray off the pass from Mark Pingris. May foul. Laban sa Sarangani.
We so far have seen 5 3-point makes here in the fourth quarter from these guys. Sarangani made 3, and then ito namang Binyan with a couple.
From Lawang, Northern Samar. Ito si Waray Gimpayan.
Tama ba ako, Ken? Early na naglaro itong si Waray sa MPBL. He played for the Bulacan teams. Valenzuela ba?
Valenzuela. Sure.
Valenzuela, yeah.
Yeah, he did play for Valenzuela in the first 4 seasons of the MPBL.
So he got to team up with sila Paulo Ubalde.
Yeah, MoneyPay is the digital wallet built for the community. And by the way, you mentioned tong Valenzuela kasi kanina yung Muntinlupa, sinasabi natin isa yan sa mga matitindi yung home crowd. O, ganun din yung Valenzuela.
Oo.
Back in the day.
Yeah, I remember watching, you know, games dun sa Valenzuela. Talaga nga naman, another 3 by Brian.
Brian Lakap, who also played for Valenzuela for a time. In fact, last season, he got traded, or he got transferred from Pasay to Valenzuela. Here he is, finding the range. Brian Lakap with 15 points, 5 triples. Binyan will sue for time. 5 minutes and 23 seconds left in the fourth. Brian Lakap torching the nets with his outside shooting. Last game they had against Quezon City had 8 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 5 steals. He could be a key piece in whatever Sarangani is trying to accomplish here in the upcoming 8th season.
Oh, tsaka ito yung mga pagkakataon. If you're a player like Brian, it's another 3 made right there by Dizoyo. We've had 5 triples already in the fourth quarter para dito sa sa Sarangani. That's 15 points from beyond the arc, 4 of them coming from Brian.
Saka isa yan sa departments that they were clearly lacking last season.
Yes.
That outside shooting. They were dead last in terms of threes.
That's right. They made only what? They're making only 5 3-pointers per game and shooting at a very lowly 24%. And so, if you're Sarangani, you'd like to improve on that. Good thing they have Brian and the other guys, including Minks, to arrest that.
Saka umangat na lang yan nung dumating si Jeff Viernes. Prior to his arrival,
Mas mababa pa.
mas mababa pa talaga.
Kasi noon naging parang almost exclusive Mix Pascual lang tumitira sa labas di ba?
91-75, 4 and 36 left. Si Big Boy, pinasok dito ni Coach Boyd Fernandez.
Ganda rin ang combination niya ni Big Boy tsaka ni Jopet, no?
Mix Pascual launches a 3. Brian Lalica coming in, got blocked Tatakbo si Nick Caballero. Left it short.
Second time in this game, he's fallen short of breakaway layup.
Bola na agaw ni J. Mark Palyari, who will lay it up and in easily on the other side.
And what you like about not just Binyan, but even the other teams, what veteran players and new guys that have come in. What you like about them is that they are allowing the younger guys to play in the preseason. Ano?
And you could notice already, Coach Boyen trying out different combinations. We saw the combination of Mark Pingris and Mike Mabulak earlier, and then for a time it was Mike Mabulak and Warren Bonifacio. And yun yung luxury, of Coach Boyen Fernandez, wherein because he has such a deep roster, ang dami niyang pwedeng i-explore and it certainly helps that this preseason medyo mahaba-haba rin, at least 8 games sila.
Yes.
At kung pala rin silang umabot sa next round, additional 1 or 2 games.
And so far, if you look at the last 2 games, including this one, and when you look at the numbers at the half, the numbers have been consistent. Binyan is playing a very good offensive basketball while limiting opponents on the defensive end. Because right now, when you look at the attempts and the makes, really, they've really challenged the shot making of Sarangani. Well, which only improved because of the 3-pointers that they made early, but those happened when the game was already wide open. And when it was, nip and tuck, there was nothing that Sarangani could do.
Alam mo, Coach Mike, chinoutout ka namin ni Andre, nasa Binyan kami. Ano nga yung masarap na barbecuehan pa rin?
Hindi, yung pork chop.
Yung pork chop, tama!
Tudings.
Tudings, yun!
Pag napunta tayo sa Binyan, promise, dadala ko kayo ng tudings.
Sige.
Pag kumain ka nun, makakalimutan mo pangalan mo at nasaan ka.
Sa palagi ko, mapapadalas tayo sa Binyan ulit.
Oo.
Di ba?
Oo. Ayan, masarap yung tudings, promise.
96, 70. Sabado, sa Binyan.
Oo.
Talaga,
Talaga?
Oo. So, kung sino man na...
So, gusto mo ako pumunta doon? Para, tikboy, gusto mo pumunta ako doon para dala ka ng tudings.
Sino man magko-cover doon,
Sagot na namin ng tudings.
sagot ni Coach Mike. 2 things. Ha?
Oh my God. You're putting me on the spot right in national television now. And the live stream.
Kasi lagi ko naririnig yan eh. Nakikita ko sa mga posts sa SOCMED.
Oo. Kaya mo maniwala, tanongin mo sila, yung Binyan team. Tanongin mo si
Doon din
MJ
ba sila
Homo.
kumakain?
Oh, wala mong nakakain na yun dun.
Di ba? Sabi ni Tikboy, baka nakakain na daw siya doon. Lumusot si Lars Sunga at tutungo siya sa 15-foot line for 2 shots.
Well, ako naman yung naniniwala na si Tikboy nakakain na dun. Ang tanong ko lang naman, sinong kasama mo, Tikboy? Boss Edward, again, busy sa kanyang cellphone.
And Binyan has really come a long way.
Oh, yeah.
They had that disappointing early exit as the number 3 seed back in season 6. Tinalo sila then they were the South Cotabato Warriors.
Oh, yeah.
Diba?
I remember that.
Umabot game number 3. Sa Binyan ginanap.
Yeah.
Natalo sila. Pero the following season, sila naman yung number 6 seed as of course, maraming salamat sa Extreme ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Number 6 seed naman sila the following year. Nakalaban nila Rizal, who was surging then as Topet Soriano will score underneath, another key addition dito sa front court ng Binyan. Tapos yun na na-sweep nila yung Rizal. Tinalo nila yung Batangas on the road.
Yes.
A game where they were down before Bam Lopez and company happened.
Yes. Isa sa mga magandang what if, alam mo Ken, na you went down that road, yung yung last play in game number 1 when Mark Pingris muffed that point-blank shot. Very close. Diba? I mean, even if you get into a conversation, Mark Pingris
Uy,
a foot away from the rim
teka.
with a basket. What's this?
6 yata silang nasa loob.
Sa loob.
Yeah, natawagan ng technical foul ang Sarangani.
Oh, merong substitution na hindi na-acknowledge.
Yeah.
But again, going back to that, if Mark Pingris made that shot, paano kaya nag-develop yun, no?
That's gonna be a lengthy conversation down the road.
Tsaka yung mga what if last season, what if that shot of Pagaran, that 3, oh my, that was very close.
If he had gotten it a little bit earlier.
Get one from Abra, right? Just get one from the hometown of Abra.
Na mabanggit ko lang din excited ako sa kanilang bagong home court.
Oh yes.
Diba? Sa lapas daw yata tinatayo yun.
Oh, we were there when it was told to us, no? No, nandun tayo, nag-cover tayo nun sa Abra ni, I think that was Boss Mike that told us.
Malaki daw eh.
Oo.
And definitely with Abra shoring up their title defense, that's gonna be a treat for the Abreños.
Indeed. And one thing's for sure, the Abreños love their basketball. I mean, when you go there, wala pa tayo sa playoffs. We're not talking postseason yet. Yung regular season pa lang, kita mo na ang daming tao sa labas nanonood dun sa sa Bangged Gymnasium.
Yeah. And also, we had the privilege of playing at least once at the Alonte Sports Arena in the playoffs. It was electric, that game number 3 between Quezon and Binyan. And you gotta give credit to Quezon because it was 1-1, that series. And had Binyan won that game, yan din isa pa sa mga what ifs eh. Because Quezon went on to steal one back at the home of Binyan. And then bumawi Binyan on neutral grounds sa San Juan.
Kaya naman yung mga teams that have tasted, lalo na the teams that have tasted postseason and were that close to advance, even get the title, have really made it a choice that this season we're gonna build a team that I would like to think everybody's building with Abra being the benchmark. No?
But we're already seeing it during the preseason, how teams have really retooled their lineups. Caloocan, obviously, with the arrival of Eric Abson, Kian Baclan, Tom Escobar. Pasay, despite their loss yesterday, napaka-promising nung influx ng talent nila.
Oo, totoo. That's a very interesting group as well. I'd like to also greet one of my friends who's watching all the way from Alberta, Canada. It's 3:45 a.m. there. Close friend of mine, Edwin Panganiban. This guy used to play for San Sebastian. And a slam right there by Poy Poy Akto.
Ayan na.
Ayan na.
Nag-request.
Oo, para
Ask
sa
and
iyo.
you shall receive, Coach Mike.
Oo nga. Para sa iyan, Edwin Panganiban at sa iyong anak.
Binyan reaching the century mark, 40 seconds remaining. So a lot of things to look forward to. And even here in the preseason, they're fighting for something here.
Right.
Hindi ito basta lang yung nag-round robin, tapos na.
Correct. And the trend continues for Binyan. Like what I said, they are playing very good offensive basketball while limiting opponents on the scoring side.
The Binyan will secure this victory over Sarangani behind a strong second half. And Damian Lasco started out really strong, but other guys putting the finishing touches here for Binyan Mega Wagi.
Yes, and overall it was good team effort. Damian Lasco was sensational to start the game. Pretty consistent scoring on the outside. But, you know, different guys really taking turn. Warren Bonifacio was in it. You know, even Kennedy Kakurba. But in the end, we're going to give this award over to Jmar Gimpayan. He did not miss from the field. He shot, I think, 5 out of 5 from the field to go with, you know, the scores or the 14 points that he's had in this game. And perfect from the line, 8 rebounds, 3 of them being offensive and 3 assists.
Perfect shooting
Right.
para dito kay Jmar Gimpayan. 14 points, 8 rebounds en route to this victory of Binyan Mega Wagi over Sarangani 10-act 101 to 78.